People look at you and assume that you've always been the way you are now, but nothing could be further from the truth for a lot of people, and that is definitely the case for me. I mean, I am from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. I had my first child when I was a senior in high school, took off 2 weeks to have her, and went back to school and graduated. I was way on the wrong track. um, but the thing is, I lived in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and that's kind of the way things work. You'd have children early, and certainly not being married. I did get married shortly after that, but I had no plans to go to college. My family is not a college educated family. In fact, the big deal for us was to go to the military. I had already taken the test to and aced the test to go to the Air Force, and that was my plan. And I was very happy about that. But my mom put the kibosh on those plans and said, no, you're going to stay here and take care of this child. So that didn't happen. So what? I stayed there and ended up getting a job in Tuscaloosa at the Ryan Steakhouse. It was new there. I worked as a hostess and a cashier, but I was okay. It was, I knew that my life was supposed to be something more. I knew that I was smart, but I was also broke and a single mom. So all I had was a belief that my life was supposed to be something more, and that was enough. I have this philosophy, which is, wherever you are, make the most of it, and that's for whatever reason that's always been the case for me. I mean, I still think that way. I have been a very successful lawyer with my own law firm, employing other lawyers. But I still think if I had to go back and sell ads or work at a restaurant, whatever, man, you do what you have to take to live to fight another day and be okay with it and just know that better days are to come. And so that was my life. Um, I I thought, you know what? I am going to do a good job here. I'm going to shine. And somebody's going to come in. A customer's going to come in and they'll recognize me. Or my manager will recognize that she stands out and promote me to a higher position. It didn't matter. I thought, always be everything, be the best I can be, and something will happen. And certainly it did. From there was this building supply store company opening right behind the restaurant. And those people would come over and have lunch every day. And so they offered me a job. So I was like, oh, wow, this is great. And it paid a lot more money than I was making. So I go work there. And you know what? I got laid off maybe 3 months later because it turns out, and I was very young and very naive, but it turns out they were just hiring all of us to get the store open. So here I am again at that point, still a single mom, and now I'm unemployed. Yeah, so from there I go and I work at, actually, I went to school. There was this, it's like a vocational type of school to learn how to type and secretarial skills and all of that. So I found out about them through the unemployment office. So I go there, and again, with that same philosophy that you shine no matter what, no matter what your circumstances. I come from a family of ministers, and that was just kind of always a thing. You make the most of whatever you have. And so that's what I did. I went to the school, and they put me in a temporary position, or I had an opportunity came up at a radio station. They needed someone to work as a receptionist there. But the only thing was, if you left the school to go take a job, you could never return. And the school gave us a small stipend, so that was kind of my income also. So it's you can go work as a receptionist at this radio station and never come back, but it's an opportunity. Or you can choose to continue on and graduate from school where you'll continue getting paid. I took my chances, and man, that was, so great. It was the beginning of a whole new career for me. So I go work there as a receptionist. I was such a bad receptionist. But they liked me. I was a bad receptionist because that was not what I was meant to do. They had people who were selling advertising, and I knew that's what I should do, that I would be a lot more successful at that, and I was right. So, anyway, I have so much to share with you about this life of mine because it's such an inspiration. Um, you know, having come from nothing, and having had so many times in my life where I was at a crossroads in terms of, what do I do next? And always stepping out on faith, and having it always work out um, for my good. So, anyway, I'll be sharing more with you. And if this speaks to you, please let me know. I'd love to hear from you in the comments, and I'll see you next time.